Hi friends, Happy New Year. I wanted to get out a quick video on a couple things that had been I've been discovering since we've been back in the office after the first of the year. First, I just want to review a couple things for those of you on the plan. I know several patients have started their plan right before Thanksgiving, right before Christmas and all of the holidays. And look, you're not alone. There's a lot of folks who have struggled this holiday season from the end of November all the way through to the first of the year with traditional comfort foods, things that give us that warm and fuzzy that we've had since we were kids, right? So look, no judgment, no condemnation. Life happens. Like I said, you know, you've got holidays at the end of the year, and you've got Valentine's Day, you've got Easter, Mother's Day, and all these different holidays that happen all year long. Memorial Day, Labor Day, on and on and on, right? So life is going to happen all year long. Don't punish yourself. Don't sit there and beat yourself up over and over again. It's simply not worth it, right? So remember, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Stay on track, and if you've gotten off track, get back on track. Email me. You know, I'm amazed how I tell every single patient when I go through your kit video day and I run through the manual, and then each visit I'll say, remember, you've got my email address. If you have questions, you have something that, send me a video. Nobody's ever done that yet. Just send a video with questions. I'd love to come on with questions, that kind of thing. Email it, and I'll jump on here and I can answer them. And that way you can listen to what some people have questions about, and I can answer them and address them. So like I said, email me first. Usually it's a pretty simple and quick answer. I can email you right back. And then if that doesn't work, we can do a phone call. And if we still haven't resolved it completely, face-to-face, okay? But you want to do email and phone because an extra visit obviously costs, so we can obviously do that way first, all right? Now, I did want to introduce a couple products. The products that I'm introducing have a way of creating a stumbling block or sometimes a barrier to better health as you're going through this journey. Certainly the food guidelines are helping many, many people clean up what has been accumulated in their body in terms of processing chemicals and refinement chemicals, those things that keep things on a shelf life or provide a shelf life when they're in a package, they've been processed that way. And that's largely what we're carving out of our food with the guidelines in the plan. Because remember, you own this plan now. You will use this the rest of your life. And if life gets you off track with traditions and birthday celebrations, anniversaries, vacations, what have you, the manual can always get you back on track, okay? So remember that. You never have to pay for that again. So from here on out, anything once the term of your plan ends is a la carte. An office visit with me in addition to what you paid for in your plan is $50. Any of the products you can buy a la carte to keep going and still replenish your body when it has depleted minerals and nutrients like you have in the sea vegetables. If you find yourself getting off track with sugar, you can always get a la carte the Ultimate Cleanse. What does that do? It eradicates things in the body that feed off of sugar. Remember, mold, yeast, fungus, certain bacteria, and certain virus. Those things routinely feed off of sugar and give off foul smells, create inflammation, which leads to aches and pains in the body, different joint pains, and a whole host of other conditions, mental fog, loss of that mental clarity, and even poor sleeping patterns. So look, this is not a fly-by-night type of thing. This is holistic medicine, holistic healthcare. It's not even medicine really, it's holistic healthcare because these are all food concentrates. There's no pharmaceutical base in it. So there's no side effects, but wellness, supporting your body's organs to optimal health, okay? Now, for the first of the year, I'm beginning something new. I had a couple of requests for this, and I want to honor that. So, given the season of flu and colds and rhinovirus and all those kind of things, what we struggle with when our body is saturated with chemicals and toxins is proper drainage. So if you're out there right now in YouTube land and you have frontal sinus pressure, maxillary sinus pressure, mastoid sinus pressure, any of these, even inner ear sinus pressure, or inner passage pressure, I should say, drainage. So when our liver gets full or gets overburdened, we've stressed it too much, right? Your body will drain anywhere it can to get rid of the junk you've taken in. And many times it's lacrimal ducts, it can be mucous membranes, it can be sinus passages, sinus membranes. So what do we use to help facilitate the drainage of our body to get that junk out? Here are two products. These are not the only two, but these are specifically designed from the diaphragm up. These help your body's specific organs, tissues, and glands from the diaphragm up. The first one is, and I'm sorry it's backwards, or it looks backward to me, it may not be backward to you, Antronex. These are Standard Process products. And the other one is a MediHerb product where Standard Process is the exclusive distributor of it. Still, I can get either one. Antronex, very potent. Albizia complex, that's Antronex on steroids. So I always start, obviously, with the most conservative. That way we don't stress the body. But you can start with Antronex. And if we get up to where you're taking a certain number of Antronex per day, then we drop that and we pick up Albizia complex, because that will knock it out of you, okay? So there's a very simple explanation of what these products do, but in a nutshell, they support the proper function of your sinus passages, your mucous membranes, and those tissues and structures which help you drain out of your body things like certain byproducts from bacteria when you're overrun with bacteria for a cold, virus for a flu, virulence factors that come from being overrun with flu, because viruses, they have a short life cycle. They live in you, they create havoc, and then they die. And so the byproducts of them dying and spilling their contents into your system, I know, wonderful topic, are virulence factors. So that stuff needs to be drained out of your body completely. Antibiotics that have been the mainstream forever, they kill, but then there's no drainage support given. So that's why it tends to be real slow. So what is the answer? The answer is support your body so that your body's immune system can kill this stuff, and then support your drainage structures with these, okay? So what would be something that would help your body kill and eliminate a lot of these pathogens like bacteria and virus? Things like Echinacea, Echinacea Premium, Cataplex AC, which is nothing more than Echinacea plus vitamin A and vitamin C complex. So those kind of things can support the body to rid that stuff. Is it a cure for it? No, it's not a cure for it. Don't misunderstand me, don't misinterpret me. These are all food concentrate products that support your body's own immune system's resistance to these pathogens, okay? So by no mistake, I want to repeat this because I don't want there to be any confusion. These do not cure anything. These support the body's normal function, probably one of the best ways possible. So like we've been talking about ever since day one, it's food, supplements to food. Remember, the reason is our food supply is commercially produced by and large, unless you're growing your own or you've got a really tight relationship with some Amish people in your community. They do a great job at it, by the way. So your food supply, commercially grown for profit, they are not interested in you having the full complement of vitamins and minerals in your food you purchase at the store, okay? They're not. They're interested in profit. They want to sell by the pound, by the bushel, and that's how they make their profit, okay? So that's why we're doing this. That's why it works so well, because the food is where we start. There's a lot of elements in our food that we've not even discovered yet, but the food supplements fill in the gap where the commercial food leaves off in terms of nutrient depletion. What does that mean? Mineral and vitamin depletion. If there's not the proper content of mineral in the soil, the plant can't get it. If the plant is deficient in minerals, it will not make the full complement of vitamins it's designed and created to make when the plant grows. It's that simple, okay? So there's kind of a hybrid mix of a product introduction, a product of the week, Antronex and Albizia for proper sinus drainage support. And then there's a brief explanation of really what the value driver is behind you starting this plan, following through with this plan, and making it part of your brand new lifestyle that will support better health, better quality of life, less need to resort to something like pharmaceuticals, which routinely show no exit strategy, okay? Because remember, they're all synthetically created now. A lot of them are outsourced abroad, overseas, India, Vietnam, China, places like that where, you know, as far as the control of what's in them, it's very hard for our country to regulate. Okay, something to think about. So thank you for your attention. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, please do. I'm going to have Tanya go ahead and I'm going to have her send it out to an email form to you to watch and listen to through Constant Contact. But give us some feedback. If this is helpful, if this stirs other questions, shoot us an email response with any questions and I will address it on a video so everyone can have the answers to it. And if I do not know exactly what you're referring to or it requires my research, I will do it and I'll get back to you in a video form. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.